Alright, let's get it. Oh. If you look on Raiden's belt, he still has the amulet.
The Kombat cast starts now.
All right, and welcome to a very special Kombat cast. Kind of slipping one in here.
Yep.
I remember I did say that we were going to have a Derek and me fight for this one, but they're Gamescom.
Right.
But we just showed a trailer, so we wanted to show off some characters, yeah?
He went all the way to Germany just to avoid fighting you.
Duh, lol.
But it's accurate. So here we are. We're going to show, today's going to be probably a little bit of a shorter stream. We don't have any guests or anything like that. We're going to walk through 3 characters today. Before we start that, let's introduce ourselves.
Stephanie Brownback, QA lead.
And I'm Tyler Lansdowne, one of the community managers here at NetherRealm Studios, and we are super excited to show you some stuff from the trailer.
Yes.
But before we do that, if you haven't seen it yet, we should show them the trailer again. Do you want to send it off?
Here we go. It's the Queen's Court.
She's looking at him like, why did you do that? For the sake of YouTube, I'm skipping over the trailer. I already have my reaction to this trailer down in my YouTube channel. Go check it out. I'm just going to skip this for editing's sake. Alright, and we're back. Hope you went to go check out the other video.
So
Yeah.
exciting.
That trailer is still awesome.
Show a certain character.
Same here. Probably not the same character.
I like them all, but I'll let you start.
Yeah, I mean, Sindel, one of my all-time favorite MK characters. Super stoked she's back. Also, though, Motaro, my favorite sub-boss. I will take him over any Shokan any day.
Okay.
Motaro
General
is pretty
Shao.
cool.
I've been super excited since I knew that he was in the game. I've been excited to show him. Fights a little differently this time around, but
Yes.
it's definitely a character that's like up my alley and something that I really enjoy. So the bigs.
Of
Very
course.
excited to show him off. Hope you all enjoyed the trailer, and today we're going to go through some of those characters.
Yeah, and also, just don't want to forget, Jkun.
Yes.
If we're bringing back some of these 3D era characters,
Ah, so I was right in my reaction trailer. It is Shujinko.
And we will not be showing him a lot today at all,
Right.
but soon.
Yeah,
And then-
just a little hint of them.
Yeah, very exciting. So I think we should talk about Sindel real quickly.
I think we should start with the Queen.
So, before we get into the gameplay, let's discuss who would play Sindel. What's her game plan? How does she work?
Well, Sindel from the very beginning, all the way back in MK3, and then you saw in 9 and the last game, has been kind of a space control, zoning character, but then these little dashes of swag with her flight cancels and some of her more interesting moves and stuff like that. So there's a little bit of kind of, basic keep out stuff, but then there's, when you get your game going, she has some really cool combos and setups and stuff like that. So she appeals to someone like me, who's more straightforward.
She has been annoying for as long as she's been in the game.
She also is she's the queen. She's cool.
And she does have some mechanics we'll show near the end of the breakdown that are kind of different. Something we've not done before. It's super exciting.
She has some exciting new stuff we'll show at the end of this breakdown that literally wouldn't have been possible before the cameo system.
Let's take a look at the Queen.
All right, so let's start with some of the basics. 2 cool things about her in this game is she has these cool VFX, like this purple energy, and then the use of her hair.
Regal purple. the
Absolutely.
Queen.
She has a really good range, as you'd imagine someone with magical long hair. And there's
She
a couple
animates
ones I
really
wanna
well.
talk about. First is Forward 4, which kind of takes out of a page of the last game, and it's like kind of her main mid-range tool you want to use to get in.
And that's
Oh, so this is going to come into play later. The cameo selected for Sindel is Serena.
She jumps into the air. It's a low combo starter, and she can actually control how far she goes. She can do the close version, and actually land right in front of them. Far version, or she could just do it by itself. Go in for a throw. Go
That's a
for
wrap.
Thank you. Go for this cool low, or one of her block strings. Another normals is back 2, which leads into an overhead, and she can combo into it, or you can do back 2 by itself and actually be airborne. Let's go over the special moves. We'll start with the classic, the scream, the iconic, quintessential Sindel move.
Oh, great.
Still one of the best combo starters. It stuns. They can't hear anything for a while. She's going to get a free hit. Kind of do it at mid-range if you think they're you caught them sleeping, not
That's got
blocking.
good range, too.
Said it's great hit confirm. It's
With punish.
Exactly.
I just
right.
throw it out all the time.
All the time. Then let's go over fireballs, which are always one of the most important kind of key things about her offense. She has high hairball, low hairball.
Which is in the moves list.
Yes, that's canonical. Hairball.
Hairball.
Air hairball. New to this game is it's a straight.
Oh, can she
quick
instant
fireball.
air hairball?
Not the downward arc it has previously done. You can do it really low to the ground and it's quick, and I think it's pretty effective. Look at that.
Yep, you can instant air.
Her EX versions have some interesting properties. So, straight one will actually eat up fireballs. So if you use a bar meter,
Okay, so it's like Liu
will
Kang's
actually
meter burned fireball.
projectile. And the low ones are really neat. So she adds that little hair whip in the beginning, and up close, actually a hit that will
Oh,
He's in the
that's clever.
corner. You can do cool stuff. Like, get a combo. Oh my gosh. There we go. Maybe I don't still have it.
I think you do.
Thank you. So
Stephanie,
kind of
you
is
still
neat.
have it.
Turns
Relax.
Your zoning tool up close into an actual offensive tool.
There's 2 different ways you can use it.
Exactly.
Both equally cool.
You can also use that with your mix-ups, which gets to the next tool, her cartwheel, the overhead, straight from MK9. If you EX it, it has armor. It's really good up close. It's great as a wake-up attack.
There's Sindel's armored wake up.
You can mix it up with low, or sweep, and a really fun down three. Look at that.
So, like for me, when I play against you, you really have to be paying attention because one of the moves is a mid, the other is an overhead.
Exactly.
They look different, but you have to.
Yes.
You can't be on autopilot.
Right. And then lastly, she has the classic levitate. She can float in the air, she can drop straight down. So like for example, you're trying to zone, Liu Kang's standing low fireballs to go under your hairball.
Don't do levitate against Liu Kang. You're gonna eat a dozen and a half fireballs.
Right.
She can also cancel it, and she can do fun cancels. Like for example, she can do the back two, be airborne, go into her flight, and if you EX it, it's actually significantly faster. And she has some true block strings that they won't be able to interrupt.
Got it.
Now let's talk about how this can play into her cameo. I have chosen, oops, set it to all. I have chosen Serena, who we got a little taste of in the last trailer, but now we're actually going to show her moves. So her first attack is the blade. It's a very quick projectile. The cooldown is pretty quick.
Same knife she had from MK Armageddon.
Then she also has Kia's blades. She goes full demon, throws multiple, they come back, and that's it. This
Ooh,
actually
that could be really good.
can confirm that into a full combo.
That did look fun.
It is fun.
And she can really get up in the air
Yes.
in a lot of
Yeah,
ways.
In a
I
lot
mean,
of ways. She also has her demon up kick, which is a great wake-up attack. It's invincible. It's really quick. You can also use it as an anti-air. And then lastly, she has a fourth move. Every cameo has at least 3, and some might have more. So she's one of those. Jakata's Curse. She puts this rune on the ground, and while the opponent is standing in it, let's set it to default.
Dot damage.
Liu Kang's meter is being drained.
Oh, dot damage on the
This
meter.
is an ambush,
Nice.
Which means you can do it while Sindel's doing other actions. So for example, while you have a combo going, you can summon her.
Oh, there's a lot
Oh,
of setup.
Serena could
You can
be
imagine
really
in the
useful.
corner, in the middle of your combo, have her coming out, drain your meter, stuff like that. She could do nasty stuff like drain your meter so you can't break a combo in the middle of your combo.
She's not
Oh, that's gonna be dirty.
She does not, which is let's maybe get into that a little bit more. So, let's go back to what we said earlier. Sindel has a couple of moves using the cameo system. So, you know, Sindel in the lore, she's the queen. She has this commanding presence. She has, you know, what the kids would say is riz.
Oh, they would say that.
Thank you. And,
Okay.
you know, she could use that to actually command her cameo and maybe more. So let's start with this buff move. Once you activate it, while it's active, cooldown will be significantly faster for your cameo.
Oh, that built back so fast.
Once she has this active, it's even quicker, and Serena, she is recovering so fast her cooldown, she can basically do that like almost indefinitely. So you can turn what normally would be kind of a limited use move into something that you can just use almost like any other special move. Or some of the other ones, like Kia's Blades, to have a pretty long cooldown, it's significantly faster when she has that active.
Now she's giving herself up there.
Correct.
There is some there. Yeah.
Correct. But once she gets going, her cameo use is substantially better. There's also an EX version with a really interesting twist. When she EX it, she's now commanding the opponent's cameo, and if the opponent tries to brave,
I'm sorry, what?
they will be stunned.
Oh my god.
So let's show that again. I have the move active. And when it goes for a breaker, you can see Sonya actually is like, gets the little head and, you know, oh my god, I'm confused. And your breaker is not just disabled. Once you get that stun, they will be popped up and Sindel gets a full reset.
Got it.
I had a feeling things like this were going to show up where it wasn't even going to be a matter of the opponent in front of you. It was going to be about finding a way to attack the opponent's cameo.
So for this one,
Jeez, this game is going to be so disrespectful.
Sindel can take control of an opponent's cameo and stun them. So for example, I will call it out, and Sonya is actually dizzy.
Yep.
If Sindel is in the middle of doing this move, where she points, while the cameo is out, so you have to do it on a read. The cameo is
Okay, so
stunned
you don't get that for
entirely
free.
time
You have to do it
throughout
on a
the
read.
Okay.
There's also an EX version. With this version, Sonya will leave the screen and I gain control of her.
Wow. So you can just waste the opponent's cameo meter.
So for example, I now have square wave. And that use of
You can pick any of them.
Correct.
Not just
Any
the one
of
they were
Sonya's
doing.
moves. Right.
Got it.
I have control over it for a pretty good amount of time, and it does not cost any kind of cooldown or anything. So you could actually do stuff like I could summon Sonya to start leg grab to go into a combo, and then go into Serena's demon like anti-air move to end the combo if I wanted. You could even use 3 cameo moves in one combo if you wanted to.
That is
We're gonna have
insane.
training mode on this one.
Yeah, it's really, really neat, and it's something that's gonna, you know, how effective and the way you use it's gonna change on what the opponent's cameo is.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
Do we want?
It's as much as I don't like Sindel as a character, she is going to have every tool you need in the toolbox. Oh, well. How's it going, guys? Hope you're having a great day. Hope you got some good rest. Are you excited for Armored Core? We're going to be playing that on the Twitch channel later tonight. I hope you come in and join us. It'll be a lot of fun. Don't worry about the sounds behind us.
That is a nasty one.
Yeah, the leg pull. I feel that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
that's
definitely amongst the most.
Everyone on Earth feels the leg pull, Tyler.
pretty
Everyone.
Good. Good. Bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Cool. Let's. You want to move on to Ring?
I think so.
Again, as we were talking about Sindel, who's Rain? Who plays Rain? What players play Rain?
I think Rain's always been kind of a flashy character that appeals to people that like to hit buttons.
Yeah.
Rain's, though, quite a bit different than this.
This is true.
Rain has traditionally been a ninja. In this game, in Liu Kang's new era, he's been completely reimagined as a mage. He's the high mage in Sindel's court, and his moveset has substantially changed. There will be little hints and fun nods to the previous versions of Rain, like you'd expect,
Right.
but he's going to be one of the more radically altered characters, and I think it's an interesting new take. So,
And like we've done in the new era, like all the characters will have, they're still somewhat who you know. There's still stuff that's
Right.
going to bring you back to them that you loved using when you were younger.
yes.
But they've definitely changed.
Yeah, he
So,
probably has like mostly new moves to go with his new role, like his new power set. It's pretty neat, so let's check it out.
let's do it.
So you'll notice right off the bat, he has a new weapon, which is his wizard staff. And
I do
he
like the
uses it
staff.
in
The staff's cool.
most of his normal attacks. And he is definitely now much less of a physical fighter than he ever has been before. He is
Oh, that
a
is
very
sick.
powerful mage, and he uses it in most of his attacks. There's a couple normals I really wanted to talk about. Like you can see even his swing. Instead of using his foot, he literally uses his water staff. This is definitely
I love the
coolest.
kick up,
It's,
the
it's
kick up.
so good.
And you'll notice the water leaves the top, gets in there, and then comes back to the top.
Right. I absolutely love it. So let's start off with a couple normals I really wanted to show. His forward 2, forward 2, 1, 3 is just like really good range mid, pretty quick. He's also got forward 3, which is an overhead, into a double overhead, and he gets a pop-up. That'll be one of his most important, I think.
That's slow, though. That's very, very
Another
slow.
one I really wanted to show was a standing 4, which, even though he's no longer a ninja, he still has tremendous leg strength.
Right.
So strong that he can actually kick you across the world. Now this is an interesting one, because if you hold it, he gets a combo. And he can
Nice.
also cancel out of
Oh.
the hold.
Looks like it's time for Kitty cameo during the video, guys. Say hi to Link.
There you go. See, I'm good. And let's check out his throw, which is a nice nod to the classic.
He's
water
getting
ball.
ready for a nap.
With you, and then you burst out. So you can see his normal attacks are very fresh and different. And I think the water effects are awesome. So you want to go into his special moves?
I think so.
What you
So
doing,
he
Wink?
has some really interesting zoning tools. I mean, some might even call him a premier zoner. And let's start with his straight projectile, which takes up a ton of real estate, is fairly quick, and has some interesting ways that you can change it. If you EX it, he gets a full knockdown. You
That
can actually
startup
hold it
seems a
down
little long.
and get a stagger,
Oh, and that'd be why.
and you can actually cancel out of this hold down. So you can mix up doing the move,
Yeah.
doing different timings, doing the EX, or canceling out of it. Keep the opponent guessing. When you have a projectile like that that takes up a ton of space, what's the one thing you know the opponent's going to try to do to beat it?
Jump.
Jump. And that's not going to be super effective because he has.
Oh, he's got enough projectile.
This has a very neat EX. It actually allows him to pop up for combos. So I think it's pretty cool. Again, it makes a full screen projectile become kind of an offensive tool up close. Now, one thing would be, well, what happens if they're using projectiles against him? And he has a water bubble where he surrounds himself in water, and any projectile is going to be negated. He'll actually just be destroyed when it hits the water bubble. And this is something that he can set up, go behind,
Okay.
go in the middle of.
Works as a shield.
Exactly. But if you EX it, it surrounds him and travels with him.
Kind of walk.
Not for very long, though.
So then you can go in, do his lows, do his overhead, all that good stuff when he has the water shield on.
Gotcha.
Now, there's other ways you can get in. He can set these water portals, and he can set them anywhere he wants. And then he can actually warp through.
Ooh.
So you could do cool stuff, like set one here, go in when you want to get out, warp back to where you were. Or, when you're in, you can set one, do some fun zoning, and then use this to get back in.
Okay.
And then you can go straight into combos, fun stuff like that. Now, once you've established that you're willing to teleport or throw out some of these fireballs, and the opponent's scared to move, you can start using the whirlpool. And he has close, medium, and far. These will go on the ground, and if the opponent walks into it, they get popped up for combos.
Oh, set up city.
I love how he just grabs the top of his staff and
Yes,
throws it down.
it
It's
is
really
so cool looking. Another move he has is his Geyser. This is a pretty good advancing special he can 2 and 1 into, and if he EX it has armor, so it's a good wake up attack, a good way to
They have
crush
Striker
it.
as Rain's cameo, so hopefully they're going to do something
And
with
I
that.
think it'd be one of his best combo angles. And then lastly, one more awesome full range move that kind of shows the full extent of his power.
I was about to say, are they going to do... Does he have Lightning Strike?
Or cancel and just drop down. So you can use
He's even doing the old MK3 stance for it. That's cool.
It's literally the opposite of that. Go into this. Take out the opponent. Immediately drop down. You can set up. You can do all kind of stuff. Set up portals. Be doing that Thunder God move. Cancel it. Go through the portal. Just all kind of options full screen. I think he's going to be a really interesting character to kind of freeze them up full screen and get him and start doing his mix-ups. And speaking of the mix-ups, let's kind of show how he can use his cameo and go with that. I assigned him Striker because I think a cop tuning the wizard is the exact kind of thing you'd see in Mortal Kombat, right? So the first thing I'll show with Striker is he has his grenade toss. Straight out of MK3.
Mid and high. He throws 2.
The double grenades. They can either go low or high. And you can imagine, these are ambush moves, which means they can come out while Rain is doing his attacks. So you can do stuff like you're doing your straight water beam while he's doing his grenades. They can also aid you in combos. So you can do stuff like
Nice.
Striker also has a set of baton moves. He's got Cut Bop, where he comes in and does an overhead, and the classic baton sweep from MK3. So these are lows and overheads. So, great
got access to
example.
both of them.
Yes.
Nice.
Show the thing I saw on Twitter.
One thing you could do.
Show the thing I saw on Twitter.
You got your overhead. The opponent's stand blocking all the time because they don't want to get popped up. What am I supposed to do? Sweep them. You can also do this in a string. So in overhead, you can do overhead, low. Then they get used to the timing. They're like, oh, I'm one of these like Ninja Killer or Sonic people with good reflexes. I can fuzzy that. Then you start doing stuff like Cut Bop. Mix it up. So just from this 50-50.
Show the one I saw on Twitter.
More 50-50.
That's,
like,
that's how you beat Sonic Fox.
That's the key. That's
Got it.
all you have to do.
Got
And
it.
like a famous football player once said, it's more than a 50-50.
Got it.
Lastly, Striker has one more move, which I think is probably my favorite.
Here it comes.
My favorite thing is to use the sports reference.
Well, sort of.
Half and half.
Striker comes from behind and handcuffs you.
Duh.
Gives you a reset. Then you get a bunch of advantage and you can go for a mix-up.
Okay.
So you get into your combos with a handcuff move, then go in and continue your offense. So like you could start a combo with your overhead, go into the handcuffs, and then make them guess low.
Got it.
It's super
That's
fun.
really cool.
Okay, so you don't score a free hit.
So
You
I
just
think
kind of
that's,
reset the situation
that's
and
really
force them into a
Striker.
guess.
maybe go into his fatal blow.
Let's take a look.
And I'll just say Striker is my favorite fatal blow.
Okay.
Damn. So we're going to try the black and white filter this time to see if we get demonetized. So I'm going to let this one rock.
All right, that was Rain.
Yep.
That was cool.
We're gonna have a Rain soon. That'll be awesome.
He's definitely not washed up.
No, some fresh moves.
Ha 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 ha.
Nice.
Let's move on. We're talking
Thank you.
I'm very excited about as a lover of big, bruising characters.
Yep.
He's still big and bruising. He's just a general now.
He's just a general. He's not the Emperor.
Right.
He's got a new weapon, new moveset.
A bit of a stance character, but I wouldn't say in the same vein as like a Kenshi.
Right.
But definitely when he has axe in his hand, axe out of his hand. When it's out of his hand, be careful when you're near the axe. That's all I'm going to say. Let's take a look at how he works. So.
Hey kids, you ever wanted Shao Kahn with Kung Lao's hat trick move?
Just swings for the fences.
He's a
right?
powerhouse.
This is back two. It has advantage. So if you're blocking, don't want to push any buttons probably. Push
Yeah,
the
I was
buttons
just
there.
jabbing.
Don't do that because you're going to get hit.
Right.
Great move there. This is a really quick, kind of almost get a little distance to it too. Like I can get you from there. Like really nice, kind of can lead in some combos.
Right.
Punishing move I like to use is this right here. Very fast, bounces them up. We can show some more stuff with that later, but obviously you can see there's some pathways with that move.
I also really like how his kick attacks are just either uses axe or he's just huge big boots.
Just like
Yeah,
standing
just-
big boot. And like a lot of people, I enjoy the two-player animation strings.
Right.
So he has this overhead, doesn't combo anything, but hits the throw button afterwards.
So good.
And he also has a low one as well. And I'm sure we'll come back to those later as well. Now let's talk about his special moves. His special move, the one that kind of encapsulates what he is Power Strike. He will just throw the axe on the ground, and there it is. You have about 7-8 seconds just to do stuff without the axe, right? You can also call it back. Boom.
Okay.
Now when it's on the ground, different strings. That's back one.
Nice.
He also
Damn!
Command grab.
So all of his axe moves get replaced with different normal attacks.
Yes.
And some are faster, some have different reactions.
Right. And some change some of your other special moves. We'll get to that in a second.
Even his throw changes.
Yes, even his throw. So here's his throw. While we're at it, let's just show the Mataro as well. And then with the axe, he just bangs in the face with the axe.
Right.
Other specials he has. So you can huge. That was the meter burn. You got a full screen.
Oh god, you can do that full screen?
Now if you're close, you can. Sorry about that. You can.
That's one hell of a wind-up, though.
For this.
Pops up. Nice.
Right. He has a buff. This makes your axe powers you more damage. You can also meter EX that to get more time on it as well. Big move in his arsenal that also leads to a lot of crazy good damage is his armored launcher is his knee.
Just kind of represent, kind of makes me think of the MK3 like up shoulder, except now it's a knee.
Right, and you can throw that out a lot of places. Always there. But if you EX the knee, you get a free power slam after that. So you can do like that.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
On the ground again.
Okay.
So that's how you rotate throughout the character, right? And now it's on the ground, now it's back to me. So then you can start doing really cool stuff like this into power slam, back into that.
Nice.
And that's a pretty nice chunky combo.
And now you have the axe back.
Right. When the axe is on the ground, other cool things can happen. Power slam. Now, I have a ground pound.
Oh, dude. Dude!
Now, here's the interesting thing. When you are on the axe, it is an overhead low.
Okay.
Which is kind of tough to block.
Yeah.
You can also, throw this
Dude.
down. do this.
And
Combo
that's
act.
like a quick recall.
Right. Yeah, so if you have it down, you also have a move where you can just be near it, and it's very fast. Slash.
Okay.
So a lot of really cool stuff. you can
Thank
do.
God
So
Shao
he's
is
clearly meant to be
slow.
going in and out during
Yes.
the fight. In the middle
I
of the fight,
have a feeling
he's
like a couple trips to the
grabbing
lab
You
with
can time
Shao,
if you want to.
Right.
you're gonna look at
That's
him like he's
or
telegraphing
have
everything.
my opponent near
But if he
the
hits
axe,
you,
there's a lot
God,
of
it's
stuff
gonna
you need to
hurt.
think about.
Right, so it's almost like with the axe, you have, kind of really good range, not the quickest moves. Without the axe, you're much quicker, and
Yes.
you can use it, establish the axe on the screen, and they're going to have to respect it, and that's going to kind of open up your grabs, your mix-ups, stuff like that.
And it's super cool. You can also, he also, has some, pick stuff out of the air and that sort of thing. I mean, the knee into power strike is huge.
Right.
Right. Really important. Make sure I'm not missing anything. I do want to show some stuff with Motaro.
Okay.
So Motaro has a couple things you can use. Now, obviously, I'm a big guy. Projectiles might scare me.
Right.
Well, I can do this. I can pull them out, walk behind it. You don't want to be throwing projectiles.
That's so
That
good.
will reflect. And I'm
That
walking
stays on
down
screen
with-
so long.
I love that, that's a way to call back to his thick reflective skin from
Right.
MK3.
And now you're kind of now you're losing food. What do you do? Boom, you're
Nice.
He also has this turret he can do. Will shoot 3 shots at you. Has a low one too. He can do that. Now here is something that I've chosen Motaro with General Shao for a reason.
Okay.
Remember this move?
Yes.
Can't do a lot out of it.
Right.
He has this teleport, right?
Okay.
Maybe you can read a projectile, maybe not. But you can move around the battlefield quicker as
Right.
General Shao. But with this overhead, I can teleport and still
That's
continue
a
a
good
combat. So now you have to worry about this, and you have to worry about something like this. Like that's now in play.
Right.
So you can do the full thing too. You can do like.
What a cool example of one of my favorite things about the cameo system is it
Right.
allows you to break the rules and restrictions of your roster.
And I think that's why I love Shao so much, is that he breaks the rules also with the knee into power slam.
Right.
It's a special into a special, which Johnny can do too. Of course, he breaks that rule at times with his meter, with his height meter. But yeah, there's a lot of cool, fun, sort of breaking the meta of what Shao is, just so you can do with that.
And
Really
I think
cool.
it's so neat about the cameo system. You kind of look at your play style, look at your character, and think, what are my weaknesses? What are the things I think I'm missing? And you can use your cameo to turn those weaknesses into
Right.
strengths.
And for me, it's like if I'm so far away from people, just as a zoner, just even having this just to get me out of dodge, right?
Right.
Now I'm close again.
Now you're close.
Now you don't want to beat me. Let's show the. Oh, we need to turn.
Give
That was
yourself,
sick.
one
Shao
second.
looks really sick.
Show the fatal blow.
It's a real good
All right, so
one.
we're gonna try and the black and white filter again.
Guy.
Oh, he
Got
whipping
kicked in
around.
your chest. Yeah.
General Shao.
Pretty
6
cool.
out of 10.
Super fun.
Not the most
I've had a
impressive
really
fatal blow I've
good
seen.
time playing with them. Just a different style of fighting, different than you're used to for General Shao. So
Right.
it's been a really cool time.
Yeah, and I think it's really neat. We also showed Gears having these big brute characters who you might think is like, oh, they're brain dead brawlers or whatever. And no, in this game, no, they're not. They're definitely, really interesting, nuanced characters. It's really cool.
Or they can just swing an axe as hard as they want.
Or you could just do back to over and over again and do throws.
Right.
Yes.
That's also
Right.
a fun way to play.
Sometimes you just gotta
before
swing
we
an
go,
axe.
Derek's not here, and this hurts so bad. You know that, right?
So much
Happy birthday
pain.
Shout-outs, everybody. I don't mind the birthday shout-outs. It's the horn, really. Here we go,
I'm
ready?
honestly
I'm
I'm right there with him. I hate air horns.
Regina Stefani,
Ooh, kitties.
Nicolette Mihalka, Brian Evans, Eric Butt, Kingston Lorenzo, Tim Matthews, Liv Nava, Trinier Cole, Brad Fashot, Brian Arvizu, Cam Lynch, James Bolvin, Ruben Perez, and Chris Bartholomew. Those are your birthday shout-outs for this week. Fun stream.
Yes.
I probably said it was shorter. It probably wasn't that much shorter in
No.
the end.
No.
We want to get in here and show you some characters. We'll be back very soon to show you more, hopefully. But before we go, I think we have a fight from QA.
We do.
That we would love to show you.
This will be a fun one.
It's going to be a really cool one. So we'll show you that. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
Ooh, Shao versus Baraka.
The General and Baraka. This is just this is no nuance needed.
No, these are two monster brawler guys. They love to fight. They're nasty. So we've got Baraka with Striker.
Oh, so they break off and he just grows more. That is
Shao
sick.
with Taro. I have no idea why Striker would be working with Baraka, but you don't always have to follow the lore.
He already does. Baraka already does insane damage.
Let's see if Shao keeps him in the corner. Nope, switches sides.
Now you can, with that move, choose which way you want to go.
Right.
Woo!
Oh, big stab, shish kebab. Back to flaming neutral.
That big jump stomp that Baraka does is very funny.
Yes.
Flawless blocked right at the end.
Oh, this is gonna be big.
Notice how he had his knee.
Baraka's fatal blow is a low starter. Good to know.
Forgot to block the second part of that fatal blow, the low. That's tricky. Paid for it.
Ouch. Get the hell out of here, Striker.
One way to look at it is at least Baraka no longer has his fatal blow. Good jump attack.
Fishing for some throws, got him punished.
Ooh, Striker saving his ass.
Ooh, breaker.
Big break. That was going to put the axe on the ground and leave some damage.
This is the sickest Baraka has ever
Big
looked.
hind kick. It's so exciting to see Motaro back. You know, he's a character that makes very, very few appearances. Like, I've always wanted him back. It's very exciting.
Ooh. You saw earlier he hit the back two twice, but he will do it again.
Yes. Sometimes you got to do it again. The no mix-up, mix-up.
Ooh, nice.
Big overhead.
Very quick overhead when the
Motaro with the classic win pose.
Yeah,
I said, get the hell out, Striker.
Matchups where it's better to not use your axe as much. Have axeless be the main way you fight if they're a faster character, maybe like a Liu Kang or something. Another breaker. They take 3 bars in this game, and I think one thing a lot of people forget is your cameo has to be available.
And notice when he breaks right in, right before full power strike, it's actually staying on the ground.
This is a close one.
Ooh.
Oh, really good punish.
Oh, so Baraka's projectile, he just throws the blade at you now. That's cool.
Turn out nice.
Ooh, nice.
That'll be it. Let's see what he's gonna do.
We getting a fatal?
This looks dangerous for Baraka.
Oh, no.
Well, that didn't go well for Baraka.
Damn.
That's a bummer.
All right. Well, thank you all.
I love Kombat Cast, but it's so much editing once I'm done watching.
Yeah.
Characters and whatnot.
Because YouTube is just like, nope, can't have that.
We will see you next time on the Kombat Cast.
That was awesome. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching, coming in and hanging out with me. Thank you so much. We will be back later with another video. As always, if you found the video enjoyable, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. And if you want to stay up to date with the Mortal Kombat 1 stuff, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm going to go edit this so you guys can watch it. Thanks for watching. See you later.